In the summer, the average attendance at this amusement park was about 2,000 people per day. But in the month of October, that number decreased by 3% each day. After 2 days in October, how many people would still be going to the park? To figure this out, we're going to have to use exponential decay. But before we do that, let's look at what information has been given to us in the problem. We know that the attendance at the amusement park was 2,000 people. We know that in the month of October, that number decreased by 3% each day. And we want to know how many people will be at the amusement park in 2 days. To figure this out, we're going to set up a problem using exponential decay. First, let's think about exponential growth. You worked with this in an earlier concept. To have an exponential growth function, you have the equation y equals a times b x to the x power, where x is always greater than 1. This is when you're going to have a steady increase or a rapid increase in growth. A is our initial value, and b represents the growth value. This is for exponential growth. Now, when you have exponential decay, the basic function stays the same, where y equals a times b to the x power, except that b is between 0 and 1. So b is greater than 0, but less than 1. That means that b is going to be a fractional value. And we have to think about that in relationship to our problem. The fractional value is the growth factor. Now, let's look at how we would set this up using this basic equation and the information that we had in the previous screen. Here we have y equals a times b to the x power. Now, a is our initial value. That's the number of people. That's 2,000. We know that the growth factor that it changed by was 3% each day. That's the factor of decay. However, we want to know how many people were still attending the park. So rather than go with the decay of 3%, we're going to go that 97%, we're going to use this number, we're still attending the park. And we want to know how that was affected after 2 days. Now, we can't work with this part right here because of this percent. We're going to change that into a decimal. Y equals 2,000 times 0.97 squared. Y equals 2,000. We'll bring that down. When we square 0.97, we end up with 0.9409. We multiply that by 2,000, and we have y equals 1,881.8. We can round that up to say that approximately 1,882 people would still be attending the amusement park after 2 days in October.